All right. Well, welcome. Welcome to the kickoff call, the Macros and Mindset 12-week program. Just kind of wanted to use today as kind of that platform for you guys to ask questions if you're kind of curious about it. Go over what the program format looks like, what your sheets are going to look like, kind of just getting started information. So just a few things in regards to just Derek and I putting this together. It is, men can do it too, but for the most part, we've got a bunch of good group of ladies here. So we're going to focus on probably a lot more women's hormones during this group versus last time. Even though we were mainly women last time, it was still built with like men in mind, and like there is still modifications that can be made, and the training program is still built with modifications for men to follow it as well. One of the things that Derek and I have noticed, and it kind of goes along with all problems, I would say. There seems to be some sort of like deeper issue going on than just the, hey, like it's hard for me to hit my macros, or I'm afraid of carbs, or I'm afraid of fats. Like there generally is something a little bit deeper going on. So one thing that I've definitely noticed working with women's hormones is that a lot of times there is some sort of underlying traumatic event that has occurred that has caused extra stress on the HPA axis, like hormonal dysregulation, things in regards to maybe, not consuming enough carbs, not consuming enough fats, over exercising, under eating, letting kind of lifestyle and obligations take advantage of your extra time, or kind of just not setting boundaries. So Derek and I, because we know that nutrition and mindset are closely tied together, have put together this program. So Derek will be in charge of the mindset. I will touch on mindset things as well, but Derek's really going to be diving into things in regards to your self-care, your like mental health, working to kind of dig deeper into why you might be doing certain things. So throughout this program, we're going to be going through just a series of things, starting with kind of the basics and creating clarity around your goals, creating clarity around maybe mindset things that in the past have kind of thrown you off, working to overcome obstacles. And then we're going to dive deeper into things like reducing inflammation, working through a optional elimination diet, adding in more things in regards to hormonal health and what to expect and how we can help to balance hormones and create easier cycles, like healthier cycles, less painful periods. And then overall, just working to optimize fat loss, strength gains, like lifestyle choices that are going to align with where you want to be and your cycle for as far as like moving into the second month. So what I'm going to do, first of all, does anybody have any questions before I essentially share my screen and kind of go over the forms that you should have received by this point in time? Derek, do you have anything that you want to say before I move into that?
Yeah, you look so smart and beautiful with those glasses, so I think I'm gonna do the same.
Oh, okay. Hold on. There's a towel being chewed on.
No,
Hey,
guys, I don't really have a whole lot to add. Just we've seen a lot of really great benefits in the students that have taken this course previously, and it's allowed us to kind of just modify it even further for you guys this time around as well. And we're really excited for kind of the combo that we combine with the two of our coaching styles and how they work and mesh really well together. And a couple of you are on here, have worked with us in the past with this group, and you guys could even attest to the benefits that adding in the combination has done as opposed to just one or the other. So just excited to keep evolving the program and evolving all the people that are coming in. And just, it's really exciting. It's really fun for us as coaches. And we're excited for the next 12 weeks with you guys.
Mhm. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So for those of you that are registered, you should have received an email from me that had an invite to the Facebook group. It had the link for today's call. It had a link to download the program. And within the program, there's some more intro information that I'm going to kind of touch on a bit as I outline the intro section. This program is built to give you pieces of information every week so that you can easily process that week's information, come to the calls, and be prepared. There was stuff going on behind me with the dog. So if you have not downloaded your program yet, please do so, because it is set on a timetable to release information. So make sure that you get that program started so it starts to release information to you.
Yeah, guys, if
All right.
I know some of you are on here unsure too, just wanting to get some more information. So feel free to just speak up at any time. We're here to answer any of your questions, and having some previous students on too can help kind of ease your mind and let you know, like, hey, this is what it's really about, and this is what you can accomplish, and see if that's something that we can really mesh with you. So feel free to just speak up. And while Jen's presenting, I'll just try and keep an eye on the chat box and be able to do that, so we can kind of answer your questions as we go too.
All right. So this is the program that you will be downloading if you haven't already. So it's built out week by week, up to the 12 weeks. So going into this first week, we have like our welcome, about our instructors, and basically moving into the nutritional intake form, stress evaluation, call schedule link. So this program will have quick reference things. So if there is ever a time that you're like, oh, what did Jen say, or what did Derek say in week 1, 2, if there's ever, because we've got things in regards to intro to tapping. So Derek has things set up week 1 through 4 in regards to like setup statements and intro to tapping, and just kind of a variety of things in regards to setting you up for success in regards to tapping. And that will be set to kind of spit things out on a weekly basis. So this is just the overall program that you will see. You will only see the first week. So the introduction, and then week 1 will start to download within the next couple of days. So make sure you get that set up. Now, as far as sheets are concerned, so I will end up sending you guys a new tracking sheet for those of you that are new to the program, for those of you that are continuing on in your current program, you will be getting a new sheet. Okay, she is pacing. I might need to take a moment to let her out in a moment. It's like having a new baby. Anyways, okay, so let's go ahead and get started with basically just the intro into this. So yeah. So basically in this program, we will talk about building awareness, like what your belief system is, creating mindset shifts, like what your vision is, strategies to get there, and then putting those into action. So within this, so when you guys download program, so I'm not going to necessarily go through these sheets. I want you guys to download these and come to the first call prepared to discuss them. Within these sheets, or this intro section, there will be references into what your biofeedback sheet will have. So your biofeedback sheet will have quite a few columns. I don't want you to worry about these all right now, as we will go through them as needed. So they will be here for quick reference in your biofeedback sheet, as well as within the program. Now, your call schedule, that is the biggest thing that I want you guys to pay attention to. Where is it? Bye. I might need to come back to that one. So as far as like call scheduling is concerned, you will have calls with myself as well as Derek. You will have 3 options for calls with me for your check-ins. So you will have weekly check-ins. No matter what your goals are, this is a completely individualized program. So your check-ins will be about you and what changes we need to make for you. I do expect your check-ins, your weekly check-ins, which you will be prompted to in each week's program release. Your weekly check-ins will come in. I do expect those weekly check-ins before you jump on your weekly check-in call. So you have 3 options for weekly check-in calls. So the first one will be Monday at 3:30, Thursday at 3, and Friday at 9:30 a.m. Now, during those calls, basically you jump on, I will have your weekly check-in, I will have your biofeedback sheet, and we will go over it together and decide where we need to make changes. On Thursday, we will have our group call together, and that is where we will go over the things in regards to getting clear on your goals, what kind of obstacles we might encounter, setting up our action plan, and then basically doing it. So that will be the first 4 to 5 weeks. Then we'll move into hormonal health, reducing inflammation, balancing blood sugars, things in regards to gut health, and basically just working to get everything good from the inside out. I'm trying to think of what other things I need to discuss in regards to this. The biggest thing is that you get the program downloaded. So I will be sending you your new sheets here in the next week. And then get this program downloaded. We will have a call. And then Derek, when are your calls again?
Yeah, guys. So I will be doing the Reiki circles on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And basically what that will be is a guided meditation from me, and then I do a Reiki attunement to everyone that's on the call. Okay. And so that way it's all more geared towards self-care. You guys can come in, just it's more about relaxing, kind of de-stressing and switching gears, for you. And then Sundays, our calls will be at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And I also have a check-in sheet that you guys will fill out. It's in the program as well. Under the modules each week will be a link that you can just click to fill that out. And that's going to be done at least an hour, I would say an hour to 2 hours prior to tapping class on Sunday. So Sunday's all tapping. I look in the check-ins, and basically I'm getting an idea for all the stuff that comes up. You guys will get more of an idea what exactly that means after our first class and after we start getting into it a little bit more. So the first 4 weeks, I will teach you guys a different technique within tapping. So we'll start really basic, and then we'll start adding different techniques and give you guys a better idea as to how you can use tapping daily for yourselves. And then when we come to class on Sundays, then we dig into the tapping stuff that's coming up for people. So my check-ins, basically the way that you can kind of process what things are coming up that you want to release for the week. And then we can also, that gives me an idea, some things that we can focus on as a collective. And I can start to see the trends that everybody kind of is following as a collective as well. So then we can work on things to shift things as a group too. So that'll be Sundays at 3 and then Reiki Wednesdays at 5.
Cool. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Who has already started the download of their program? or maybe I should ask, who still needs to? Yep. I was looking in there and I was like, oh, I only see a couple people who have downloaded this so far. We're going to need to remind them. If for some reason you have not received the link, or maybe you just accidentally, I'm going to say accidentally deleted that email, text me, let me know so I can send all those links to you again, so we can make sure to get that program started. Now, our first call, you can jump on any of the check-in calls throughout this week. Now, some of you are just, perfect, Sandy. Some of you are just getting started. So this week will be about getting your initial tracking done. So if you're just getting started, then you will be filling out your intake form. You will be getting your initial tracking done. If you have any questions about what that looks like, message me and I can walk you through. I have a variety of videos in regards to MyFitnessPal, how to find certain things, how to find recipes, how to create recipes. So if you are struggling to kind of just build that awareness, get that tracking under control, just message me and I will send you videos and help you along the way. So for those of you that are just getting started, this will be kind of like a preparation week. So we will be preparing your macro prescription based off of the information that you send to us. For those of you that are continuing on from their current program, feel free to jump into any of the check-in calls this week. As I said, Monday at 3:30, and these are Pacific time calls. So Monday at 3:30, Thursday at 3, and Friday at 9:30 a.m. So those are your check-in calls. 4 p.m. on Thursday will be our group call where I will go over information and wins and any struggles that the group had collectively. Yeah, I think that is all I have as far as initial info. Does anybody have any questions out of the gate? Anybody missing any information so far? Okay. So let's go ahead and get started on this week's task. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. So you guys that have just downloaded your program will be seeing this probably in the next day or so. But I'm going to go ahead and have you guys get started on it now. So we are going to get started on basically winning the morning. So win the morning, win the day. So we're going to work on creating morning routines. So what does it mean to win the day? So if we are winning the morning, we win the day. So Tim Ferriss, he suggests several ways to start your day, but these two are too easy to ignore. So making your bed. So when you get up in the morning, get in the habit of making your bed. And my second favorite is hydration. So using like a habit stacking technique. So maybe it's something where you make your bed and then you drink 20 ounces of water. I am always surprised by how many people struggle with getting hydration in. It is the first thing that I do in the day. I actually have multiple bottles of these that I fill up. So these are 50 ounces. My goal is to get through at least 2 of these in a day, however I need to. So whether it be using it for tea, coffee counts, I use it for my morning greens. I use it for my pre-workout. I'll use it in my shake. Basically, the goal is to get half your body weight in ounces of water, and a lot of people struggle with that. So I make sure that the things that I struggle with are the things that I start my day with. So doing something like starting your day with 20 ounces of hydration after you make your bed. Maybe it's make your bed, brush your teeth, drink your water. Then moving into a gratitude or mindful thought. So think about someone or something you are grateful for. Write 3 things about them that you are grateful for and read the 3 things out loud. So that would be the second task to help win the morning. And then the third one would be to create a 6 to 10 word phrase declaring in a positive light who you want to be. An example of this would be, I enjoy how good working out makes me feel. I enjoy scheduling and eating meals that support my body. I enjoy being an active person and or basically an example of a healthy, active person to my family and friends. If you need help with this, please reach out and we can brainstorm together. But basically, you're going to create that 6 to 10 word statement and then you're going to write it 25 times. So this is the first task that I will have you guys moving into this next week with. So as we work on getting everything together and in preparation for our first call and our check-ins, I want you to start to focus on winning the morning. So win the morning, win the day. Yeah, that is all I'm going to give you guys for this initial beginning portion. And then we will work on adding more things in our second call and start to just work on crushing it. Anybody with any questions? Anybody think they might struggle with figuring out a statement that might work well for them? No? Everybody is like ready. Or is everybody just like tired from the weekend? Just like,
I feel like we need to see faces so we can actually.
I know. I'm like, come on. We don't have faces here.
I know. You guys know on my calls, I always make you.
I know. I'm pretty lenient about it.
Well, definitely for the weekend, I need to see you guys anyway, but for tapping.
All right. Well, how about everybody just has to at least give me some sort of an emoji in the chat box to let me know that you're actually here. There's
I'll
Sandy.
come off camera.
Okay. Yay. And we got a heart.
It's the
a thumbs up.
recording. It's the recording. No one wants to be a recording.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true. That's true.
Locked in history.
Yep.
Mhm. Right? Everyone's gonna know what my hair looked like this day.
Oh no. Gosh, me too.
Hey,
Like,
Sandy, do we need to tap on you worried about that?
Not come Wednesday when I get my hair done.
Oh yeah. It's like that in between hair days.
Mhm. That last
yes.
week,
Yes.
the last week where everyone compliments on how your hair looks so good, and you're like, it's due to get done, but thank you.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. Oh, I see.
No worries, Michelle. That's us with the puppy too.
I know. Do you see me? I was like, oh, there's too much silence. Now she's sleeping quietly. As I was like, I'm trying to read, but I know there's something not right going on behind me. Oh, yes. I hope that I got everybody's questions. Damn it, that right now. Okay, I'll have the video. Okay, no worries.
I have
Yes.
So the 25 times, that's not part of the morning routine. That's one time, right?
Nope, it's 25 times.
Every morning though, you write it 25 times? You know, I can't even fill out my tracking sheet in the morning.
I know. So honestly, like, you know, it's kind of like one of those things. I set your protein at a place that I would really love to see you get, but at this point, I'm just happy if you do it once.
Right.
But ideally, and then, you know, maybe once turns to twice. And then by the time we're 12 weeks in, you're like, sweet, I did it 25 times.
What if you're talking into your phone app and
auto writing?
Does that count? Voice to text?
Because you actually need to physically write it.
Yeah.
You can't even type it out 25 times. You need to write it physically.
Yeah. Yeah. It can't be like copy paste, copy paste, copy paste.
Because neurologically it's different in your system.
Right.
And your body realizes it differently.
Okay. Good thing I clarified that for everybody, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, Sandy.
Don't forget, we're going to be tapping every morning and night too.
Yep.
But that only takes like 10 seconds.
Yeah. That's
so that statement, we write the same one 25 times every day for just the week, and then we change it, or this whole time it will be?
You can change it. You can change it. So if you want to do the same statement for a week, you can do that. And then you can, you know, change it every week. If you're like, this really like speaks to me and speaks to who I want to be, then do it all 12 weeks.
Well, I only did it one time last, the last go around. So my goal is to get in at least 5 times.
Perfect.
I
I
was
like
going to
that
ask
goal.
you guys, like, for those of you taking this now for a second time, do you have anything to let the people know, just starting, like maybe some words of wisdom for them? And what is maybe one thing that you're looking forward to doing differently this time?
I would say don't get overwhelmed and quit. Jen talked me through when I saw all the workout last time and didn't do workouts before. And so I just got like 3 things, push-ups and squats and arm moves. And I did them 5 days a week. And now this time I hope to increase, but it feels amazing that I have gone from being able to do 1 push-up to now I do 50 push-ups when I do them every day, or 5 days a week. And it's definitely worth it. But if you're confused or anything seems overwhelming, just, these guys are awesome. I'm sure they would have appreciated less phone calls of, I don't know what I'm doing, but
No. Bring
it.
No, that's what we're here for, guys. Like,
Yep.
we're available all the time, right? I mean, if we don't get back to you, we're busy, but we'll get back to you as soon as we do. And if it's urgent and you need us, like, let us know. We prioritize that stuff. So.
Yep, 100%. And yeah, don't get overwhelmed. Like, there's lots of tabs in that tracker and there's lots of information in these sheets, but we will go through them piece by piece. And if you need if you have questions and need clarification on anything, message us. We are here for you guys. We are here to support you.
And remember that, this is your journey, right? So this is all set up for anybody to be an elite athlete. This is like really in depth, so anybody can be at any level, but allow yourself to just be where you're at and start where you're at, and, set realistic goals that you can start to meet. And then, it doesn't have to be jump in and I have to do everything if you haven't done anything in a long time, right? And maybe that's something that you need to reach out to us and say, hey, like, I'm having a struggle hitting all this stuff. What are some things that I can prioritize in this workout? Or what's one thing that I can focus on for food? What?
It's the program is not set for elite athletes.
Well, but what I mean is, like, it's for anybody that any level to be able to really to do. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So it's accessible to any level of athlete. And it can be
I just mean, like, if you're elite, you can do this. If you have never done anything, you can do this.
True. Yes, that is true. And I do speak about modifications. There is a video description of each workout day. I would say, like, if you want to do the workouts, great, they're there. If not, like, don't worry about it. If there's something else that you're doing and you want to know, and I will go over like how to modify what you're currently doing based off of your cycle, or, based off of how you're feeling, like how to understand the messages that your body is telling you, when to push forward and when to pull back. So everything is modifiable. This is your journey, and we will tailor it so that it fits where you are.
Yeah, that was a better way of saying it.
way to recover for him, Jen. So my advice would be to, the more vulnerable you're willing to get with, Jen and Derek one-on-one, but also in the groups, is you're going to get so much more out of the program because of it. And if you have vacations planned, best of luck to you. Don't try and run away to Mexico.
But I mean, on that note, you don't need to make all the calls to see progress. Like, if you miss a call, it's okay. Well, one, I will be recording my calls. So I will be recording the Thursday call with me. So anything that we go over on those Thursday calls, you will get the opportunity to get the replay for. And then, you know, as far as like you got to show up to see progress. Like if you don't show up, if you're not filling out your sheet, or at least coming and giving me some sort of information that I can make adjustments for you, then, you know, it's really hard to progress if we're not building awareness around the things that need to be changing. Like if we're, you know, if we want to change, we have to do something different. So if we want to stay where we're at, then we continue to just do the same old things. So, you know, I'm here to help you change. I'm here to help you see and be who you want to be, because when we create change, when we're on these journeys, it's about becoming something different than what we are. It's about embracing a new identity. It's about establishing new habits that align with that identity to move us forward. So, you know, definitely show up. Like there are recordings available. It's not essential that you come to every single one, but you will get more benefit when you show up.
Yep. Because you'll definitely get out what you put in.
Mm-hmm.
So the more effort that you can, like the more you're going to get back. I will be recording my Wednesday sessions, which is the Reiki Circle. So you guys can go back and get an attunement and get the guided meditation. If you have to miss class, or even if you're at class and you really like that one for the week and you want to go back, you can go and do that. I don't record my Sunday tapping calls because, you know, we're working through a lot of stuff with people, and it gets heavy and it gets, you know, challenging, and we want that to just stay between us and the group. But I will say those that show up and get vulnerable and do that have the greatest, you know, transformations at the end of this program as well, and more long-term lasting mindset shifts for them too. So, and that's also why we don't record it, so you guys can get there and be vulnerable, and it's about processing and moving through it, not going back and re-looking at all the shit to like nitpick on it, right? It's like taking what you needed from that session and moving forward, right? And that's what we talk about when we talk about like mental resilience. It's like, all right, when, you know, learn from the losses, and then how fast can we move forward and look onto the next stuff from what we learned, and not look back at the past. Okay, so yeah.
Does anybody have any questions? Anybody with anything, clarifying things? You'll probably have questions when you come to that first call after you guys start to download all the sheets and the information. As I said, don't get overwhelmed. Like everything will have its place, and we will go through things one at a time. Gosh, it's a quiet group. It's okay. I just figure this is the only day that we'll have the quiet group. Everybody's just listening, taking it all in. But next time I expect some liveliness. Yeah. Hi, Kelly.
Hi. I was just going to say, because I got the invite and I was curious. I can't do the program right now, but I'm really liking both your and Derek's philosophies and how, like what you've talked about and how you're going about it. So I really still want to stay in touch and whatnot, because I am struggling with stuff right now, but it's just the timing of everything's not good. But I'm really liking what I see so far. So kudos.
Awesome. Yay.
Awesome,
well,
Kelly. Thank you so much.
We will see you soon.
Yeah, we'll reach out. You know, we're always here for guidance, and we both post a lot on our social medias and different platforms. I'll be having a second season of my podcast coming out as well. So we're always trying to put out just good free information. So even if you can't join the group right now, that you can still get a lot of value and stay connected in the community. And always feel free to reach out if you have questions. Like we're always here.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, if nobody else has any more questions, then I'm going to go ahead and end this call. It is recorded, so I will send it out in an email for you guys to rewatch. Yeah, if you do have any questions that come up at any point in time, just remember we are both here to help. and walk you through this process. So let us know anything, like no question is too silly or, irrelevant. Like all questions are valid, and I want them, and I'm sure Derek wants them. So speak up.
Yeah, and anybody, watching the recording too, and if you're watching this a little late and you think, oh, I can't jump in, like you still can, feel free. And also we each have individual coaching that we offer too. So if you just want one or the other, like there's definitely options. Just reach out if you have questions. We're here.
Yep. Cool. All right. I'm going to stop the recording, and then I will